The Florida Panthers have proven to be a legit team so far this playoffs, and they're not going to be easy to beat. The Leafs and Panthers just played Game 1 of their series, and despite being heavy favorites, the Leafs lost. This game overall was quite an exciting one to watch. Lots of action, speed, and skill on the ice. The Leafs failed to capitalize on 2 early power plays in the first 10 minutes, and the Panthers quickly responded as they jumped out to an early lead in the first period with a goal coming from Nick Cousins, who scored on a rebound from a Matthew Tkachuk shot. Panthers then extended their lead to 2 with a deflection goal from an Aaron Ekblad point shot, but the Leafs responded 11 seconds later with a beautiful goal from Matthew Knies, which was the first goal of his career. We'll definitely see many more of those to come from him. Halfway through the game, it was 2-1 Panthers, but the Leafs looked overall pretty good and just had a few mistakes in the defensive zone. Leafs soon after tied it up with this nice passing play between Järnkrok and Michael Bunting, but the Panthers would answer on a breakaway goal from Carter Verhaeghe that was a result of a bad pinch from Jake McCabe and a few other minor mistakes that would cost the Leafs. Brandon Montour, who has been an absolute machine so far in the playoffs, and the whole season really, scored his 6th of the playoffs with 8 minutes left in the third to put the dagger in the Leafs. Also, I have to mention how stellar Bobrovsky was in this one, as he stopped 34 of 36 shots and made some key saves when the Panthers really needed them. There were multiple times in this game where the Leafs were pushing hard, and they were doing everything but putting the puck in the back of the net. Overall, the Leafs didn't get dominated by any means in this game. In fact, I'd probably give them a slight edge over Florida as the better team in this one. Florida was good though, and they were able to capitalize on the chances that they got. Throughout the first 8 games that the Panthers have played in the playoffs this year, they have shown that they are the real deal. But what has changed? They've gone from barely squeaking into the playoffs and being called out as one of the softest teams in the NHL by former NHL All-Star Keith Tkachuk to now where they seem to be one of the most difficult teams to beat. The Panthers have completely dialed in their play the past couple of months, and they are playing very far from soft hockey. Ever since Keith Tkachuk called out the Panthers at the end of March, they completely changed their game. Since then, the team went 7-0-1 to end the regular season. So far this playoffs, they have looked fast, skilled, and physical. They've got toughness running through the lineup with beasts like Radko Gudas, Matthew Tkachuk, and even a guy like Ryan Lomberg, who has played in half of the playoff games this far, and when he does, he's noticeable with the physical presence that he brings. They've got 2 very skilled lines that are buzzing right now, Barkov and Verhaeghe doing their thing on the top line, and then you've got Matthew Tkachuk and Sam Bennett on the second line, and you can't forget about Sam Reinhart on the third line as well. I don't think I can make this video without talking in depth about Matthew Tkachuk. This guy's unreal and the ultimate playoff player. And as his head coach Paul Maurice said a couple days ago, this guy is an absolute gamer. In this game, he managed to put up just another casual 3 points, along with 9 hits. He currently leads the NHL playoffs in points with 14 in 8 games. He had a couple of run-ins with Luke Schenn tonight, which will be interesting to watch them battle as the series continues to heat up. This will definitely be an entertaining and high-flying series. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here in the next couple of weeks. Personally, I took the Leafs in 7 for this one. I think it'll be a long series with a lot of close games. I expect the Leafs to bounce back on Thursday, as they will be hungry to head into Florida with 1 win under their belt. So that's all for today's video, guys. I appreciate you watching to the end. If you enjoyed, please feel free to drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this.